Hey everybody, this is actually a very difficult video for me to make, but it's one I feel needs to be made because I need to talk about some stuff that affects video production. As most of you know, I really don't like talking about my real life all that much in videos. I like, as a general rule of thumb, I keep my internet and real life as far away from each other as I possibly can. And, you know, I like to try and keep my videos fun and silly and, you know, entertaining, because that's what I want to do. I want to make people laugh. I want to, you know, be funny. But in this instance, I do have to talk about a very serious issue in real life, because, well, quite a big thing has happened recently. Okay. If you do watch my vlogs regularly, you probably recall that in, I think it was the previous one I did, I think it was the last one I did mention how my dad was quite sick after having a operation on his heart. And I did say in that video, I believe I said in that video, he was home at that point and was recovering. Well, it turns out he wasn't actually as well as they initially thought he was, and he did have to go back into hospital to be treated, and he had been very sick and in hospital over the past 4 months, actually. We've been dealing with that over the past 4 months, and this past Friday he sadly passed away. So we've been having to deal with that. So naturally, well, my family and I are very shocked and devastated by all of this, because it did genuinely seem like he was getting better at some points, but sadly it was his time to go. It was the time he was being called home. So yeah, like I said, I'm very shocked and devastated and upset by this turn of events. It's been very hard on all of us, and obviously this is what's at the forefront of my mind at the moment. This is what's taking up the majority of my focus. So those who follow me on Twitter, you know, like the 5 people that do, and to the 5 people that did comment on the tweet I posted out, I do thank you very much for your kind comments. It really does mean a lot, guys. Those who follow me on Twitter probably are already aware of this news, because I did tweet it on the day that it happened, and in that tweet I did say there probably won't be any new video content for a while. That was certainly how I felt at the time. That was certainly true at the time. However, now that, you know, a couple of days have passed and things are beginning to, well, I don't want to say settle in, but, you know, we're starting to, I don't even want to say get on, but, you know, for want of a better term, we're starting to start moving forward. Don't even know if that's the right thing, but for want of a better term. Now that a couple of days have passed and, you know, we're starting to cope with the news, I know that my dad wouldn't want any of us to just sit around moping about this. I mean, you know, sitting around moping is not going to bring a person back. He'd want us to get on with what we'd normally do, and he'd certainly want me to continue my videos, because, you know, he'd want me to continue to try and make people laugh and doing what I enjoy doing. So I'm not going to say that production on videos is going to grind to a halt because of what's happened, but it may be a little bit slow for a while because of what I'm having to deal with at the moment. But I do thank everybody for understanding about that. But I will still, when I can, try and get as much Anime Jack stuff out as I possibly can. The whole reason I started doing Anime Jack in the first place was because my dad was ill, and because I was having to deal a lot with that. I didn't have time to write out KHF scripts and whatnot, so I thought it would be easier to start a new show wherein the content in it is entirely improv, because everything you see in Anime Jack I literally make up on the spot. It's all entirely improv. So while I'm doing with that, obviously, you know, I'll still have to do a lot of Anime Jack because my mind's just not in it for writing KHF stuff at the moment. I don't know if I can go back to KHF stuff at the moment, but that's another matter altogether. So I am going to try and get Anime Jack content out, but, you know, if I can't push myself to do it, obviously, you know, then I'm not going to. I'm not going to try and push myself too hard, but I am trying to get on with things because, like I said, my dad wouldn't want me sitting around feeling depressed. I'm going around in circles now. I'm sorry, my mind is all over the place at the moment. Yeah, but I think everybody gets the general point by now. So I am going to try and get content out there, but I thank everybody for understanding that it's going to be difficult for a while I'm dealing with this. Is there anything else I wanted to mention? Oh, London MCM Expo is next week, and I will be attending. And if you see me there, please don't be afraid to come up to me. Despite what's happened, really don't. And you don't have to treat me any differently than how you normally would. Really, you know, your condolences are really appreciated. They really are. But really, you know, I'm okay. I'm okay at the moment. We're getting by. I'm okay. So, you know, you don't have to treat me any differently, you don't have to tread lightly, just treat me how you normally treat me. And that goes for everybody in, like, the comments section as well. I appreciate your condolences, but really there's, you know, you don't have to treat me, you know, any differently, you don't have to treat me specially, because I'm okay, I'm getting by, we're surviving. But yes, I am going to be attending London Comic Con / London MCM next week, and I can't show the costume off now. I'll try and do a video on it if I get the opportunity, but obviously, things being as they are at the moment, that might not happen. But I will be cosplaying as Chrom from Fire Emblem Awakening when I'm there. I'll try and do a video on that when I can, so just look out for the 6'4" Chrom when you're there. And as I say, don't be afraid to come up to me and talk to me about... You can talk to me about anime and video games, like you can talk to me about Fire Emblem Awakening and whatnot. You can talk to me about all that stuff. It's fine. Honestly, with all I've been talking about recently in regards to things, it would be nice to talk about, you know, pop culture and things I like. You know, I think that's what I would like to help, you know, cheer up and whatnot. So yeah, I really don't think there's any more points I can make there. So yeah, thanks everybody for understanding, thank you for all your condolences, and I will try and get videos out when I can. And if you're going to London Comic Con / London MCM next week, I will see you there. So thanks everybody, goodbye.